Now brings us to Los Angeles. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Flag 90. 35. I don't think you got it, sir.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
35's the mic. Hey, let's get this, get this. Mike 35. It's coming this way,
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Locke. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Mixon with a first down carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Yeah. 35's the mic. Here we go.
On second down, here's Mixon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch the pass.
Throwing his lock on third down. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Joe Mixon, 28 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go play action now. Wilson forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Wilson throwing again. Looking left side, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the AGS Seahawks.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
94.
At the 19-yard line.
Strong right.
Now this time Locke will throw toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Mike 35.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half, 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. On first down, Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He completes this one to Mack. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Wilson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Hey, let's go. 35's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. They'll find Everett there, complete. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Lock going to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Once again, they run with Mixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Ready? 18. Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Clock now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Block off of play action. And that's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wilson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now they try the right side here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Come on, set. 60 or.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long.
Topper.
On third down, Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Mixon trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
All day, all day.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Rams, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.